we are back. That was a long news segment this morning. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. We were just talking about it just a few minutes ago, with it being that the pricing, the out west thing, the craziness going on in America, and the $30 million worth of products seized by, in California alone, right, in the last month or so. So a lot of people don't realize, like, with this chain of
prices are going up.
Yeah. Well, when you get legalization, you get laws, then comes the restrictions. Here comes the enforcements, right? Now they can go get you on stuff. So, but anyways, guys, we're here. It is In the Weeds, Prohibition Talk Radio. Joe Smith, Brandon Barbario, and our special guest, Lauren Royer.
What's up?
Dirty Boys Cultivation, Trailer Trap. You got a lot of things going on there. Man. We had you on Well, we had you on about a year ago now, right?
I think it was a little less than a year.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think I got done my job and went full-time in the cannabis industry October. So it was a little before that, I think.
Nice.
We did that. Yeah.
When we first talked to you,
lots happened, definitely.
Yeah, right. When we first talked to you, we met at the legalization event from the Heady Vermont up at Willow Crossing Farm. And back then, you stuck out, man. Like, you have this brand, right? You have this style.
Yeah, that was right when we came out, and it was, that's always going to be a good day in history for me. Meeting you, I still can remember when I met you and everything went down there, and I always think back about that day, and kind of, that's the timeline that I think I'm always going to use, because that was the start, July 1st.
Yeah, it's an easy day to remember.
That's when I started posting pictures online, like, I'm a grower.
Yeah, right? I'm out. It's here. It's finally here. It was a great event. We talk about it a lot because the one biggest thing about that event was the fact it was like 300 degrees out. And people are just passing out everywhere. It's crazy. But, so, man, we've been good friends since then, right? So now I'm watching you, man, like online. You got this YouTube thing going on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to come from all angles, I think. The YouTube, of course I've watched YouTube. I think all growers watch YouTube. And so I picked up KGB, California Grown Buds. He's, when I reached out to him, he was 6,000 subscribers to wear my gear, and he's up to 40,000 something. So I know he's getting paid for YouTube. I don't know. But, and then, so I reached out to him to wear my gear, and I've always wanted to get into that, filming and everything. I bought a drone, and just from, I guess, watching grow videos. But KGB, California Grown Buds, he kind of pushed me to make a video. And then one day I was putting it off, and I just made a video, and then I started vlogging from that video on. It was like once I made the first video, so I think I did 37 in a row every day, and it was around building my hemp farm. So just showing the progression. So yeah, I go on YouTube, type in Trailer Trap, go back to 1, and it's like a series every day, and you can see the progression. We're at Trailer Trap 46, I just posted, but it's, I did stop. I had some computer problems for editing, but yeah, it's like 70 days total for me building the farm. Pretty cool.
And you got it all on video, right?
Yeah, it's all on video. I'd like to put like a 2-hour kind of movie together this winter, documentary on it, but I've self-filmed it all. You can kind of see how I learned to edit as I went. The first Trailer Trap was just me pushing record, and I was like, okay, I did that, and then towards the end now I got a $3,000 iMac Pro. I got I use Adobe Pro software, and I've got like 80 hours into editing. So, but it's cool, trying new stuff like that. And I've got fans from Canada and all over, and building that support system.
The brand, man.
Yeah, and people buying gear from my website and I got my Trailer Trap shirts.
You get everything, rocking.
Yeah, it's just a cool avenue outside. We're in small Vermont. Whether I say it or not. I think Vermont could be huge. And in the cannabis in the future, man. Just driving up here, looking at the beautiful green mountains, I'm like, man, I want to grow everywhere all over the state. So beautiful, man, what it can be. And the next California, really, when it comes down to it. I mean, we're right with elevation like they are out there. We're never going to have the season they have. We can have those 1 or 2 great grows, though. We're never going to be the 4 or 5 grow, but we really can, hey, if we could ever get in competitions with them,
Yeah, right.
well, maybe we'll see.
Well, we talk about it all the time because Brandon's out west. You know what I mean? He's been out there for a while. He's been in Vermont, and you know, we talk a lot about how the the quality of weed where it's
Yeah,
better,
well,
right?
Cali's way beyond us. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you look at our landscape
Yeah.
and what we could do, and that's why I one of the things I do. You know, when I first came in the game, I was, you know, charging consulting, and my friends were like, oh, you gotta do a charge this way and that way, and I don't even charge for consulting, and it's because I just want to spread the love and get the state growing, and as much as I can, you know. If I'm getting 30 messages from the same guy, it's like, man, I can't tell you everything.
Yeah, right.
But I do want to help people out and get the state growing and get some growers as much as we can, and just help everybody
Well,
out.
that's the thing, man. I mean, there's a lot of great groups on various social media platforms that people are involved with, where they help each other out. You know, they ask questions. Hey,
Yeah,
why
I
do my
love-
leaves look like this, and what's going on with my
Yes.
plants, and
There's a lot of great channels. They'll say it right there. Hey, I'm here to learn.
yeah.
Then there's a lot of haters.
Well, that's a problem. I mean,
And that's kind of why I sourced out the YouTube channel. I just was like, you know, and I was amazed that the love I was getting. You know, you might get 3 haters, put you in a bad mood on Instagram. Then you go to YouTube and guys asking for your autograph. You're like, shit.
yeah, right. No, that's it's amazing how social media works, and we're on it a lot, so we see a lot of this.
Yeah.
Stuff, and it's like, you know, guys with just random questions getting shot down. I mean, it's a brutal place. I mean, but it's in every industry. If you're a chef, right, you're all doing the same things. It's just as vicious, right?
It's just the bullies in cannabis, the cannabis
The
bullies.
cannabis bullies, right?
That's all. And you know, it's because it's become such a thing for medicine. Like, I feel that even older people that, like for example, I just use my mom. You know, that's older, that might have been against the whole marijuana thing. Now everybody's changed how they feel a little bit because of the CBD, and people don't realize that they could grow 2 hemp plants in their back lawn, and have the access to harvest that CBD and make their own edibles, and know how to grow and use the medicine. And the people that were reluctant to try, and it's not as open. I mean, I wish I had the time to go after, and I talked to my mom about that, reached out to more people like her friends. You know, they don't realize it's not too late.
Right.
You know?
What's the thing? I mean, it's it's a plant, right? So how
Yeah.
hard can it be?
It's not really.
It's a legal plant, right? I had an issue over the week with somebody being just miseducated about everything, being the fact that, you know, we're sitting here doing this show and blah 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 blah, and you know, how can we do that? How can we do that? How can we do that? And I was like, literally, I was like, it's legal in this state. And they were just like,
Yeah, it's
"What?"
been a while. So when I first started my Facebook page and everything, I could notice, like, I didn't even have friends that didn't dare to like my page, you know, because they were worried, you know, and it's true. They say if you ever go for a job,
Yep.
people can go back and look at
Look at you.
they can look at you and what you, and so, but, you know, is that bad to support a friend that's in the cannabis industry? So now you're starting to see that people are starting to like
Well,
it,
the
or
stigma's-
don't mind where
Yeah.
cannabis leaf.
Well, now
It's starting to
yeah.
fade a bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're a year into legalization in
Yeah.
Vermont right now, so like New England's a huge thing. Like Brandon talks to us all the time, and he'll vouch for. Out west, it's kind of old now, right? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like everyday stuff. You know what I mean? There's dispensaries and smoke shops like there are Starbucks, and no one thinks twice about it. You know what I mean? It's so here we're still excited, right? We're still
Yeah.
we still have that stigma. Not that stigma doesn't exist out west, but and now we're seeing stigmas within separate industries against cannabis. So like if you're a doctor, right? So here's one of these industries that really needs to kind of open its eyes up and and put more effort, energy, and put a grasp on
Well,
what's
they-
happening. But, some doctors aren't gonna tell you you're gonna
There's
get script.
also a big, they don't want to really. I mean, once cannabis takes over, isn't it just gonna, you won't eat anything else?
But some people will say that, right? Like you shouldn't. I mean,
You won't. And
No.
once once we're able to really get into this plant and genetically get into these strains and know exactly, hey, that one's gonna take care of that
Yep.
and know more. I mean, when you give somebody advice, I get that a lot. Hey, what strain, can I go online, I wanna buy a strain for this.
Mhm.
I can't tell you,
Right.
what to try. But I think most CBD users, the real benefit is THC.
Mhm.
And in that I think over time people are gonna find out. They get into those real 6% THC,
Mhm.
14% CBD. I mean, that's some great medicine.
Yeah.
But we can't grow fields. We can't grow
We
fields
can't
of
do
that.
that. Yeah, we can't grow it or sell it technically legally, right? So you're right. I mean, a lot of these doctors and even RSO oil. You know what I mean? Rick Simpson says it's a 1-to-1, the 2-to-1s, the 4-to-1s. That's the real medicine right there. You know what I mean? One can't really kind of survive without the other. And it helps with a lot of different things. But now, I mean, as we keep going on, we're finding more about flavonoids now, different terpenes.
Well,
how these
that
different
is what
things
it
have
is.
effects.
I mean, terps are huge. I mean, that's what makes you feel a certain way.
Mhm.
So different smoke makes you feel. I mean,
Yeah, right.
if it's making you feel happy or whatever. I mean, that's why I've smoked since I was 13. So I've smoked for over 20-something years, and I've grown for over 20-something years.
Mm.
I still can if I get a certain terp of some new cannabis, it can bring me right back to
Yeah.
15 years.
Right? Isn't it amazing?
20
how it does
years.
That? Right.
I mean, instantly. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, yeah.
That's why that's why you need to smell your stuff. You know what I mean? It's see what tickles that nose.
I
It's
think
just- there's no
terps
difference
is probably the
between-
biggest thing for if somebody wants to know what strain to smoke for a certain thing they need to do
Mm.
or symptom they have.
Mm.
The terps are going to make them feel what they want to eat. I mean, or not. And yeah.
Now, I mean, right nowadays, I mean, we gotta take a break here in a second, but on this quick note, we're seeing everything's so pigeonholed to an indica, a sativa, a hybrid, right? We talk about this a lot. It's great for general knowledge, right? But we're realizing that that's not always the case, right? Because I see guys are growing the same exact plant, and one's grown as a sativa and one's grown as an indica. And
It's the harvesting. It's the amber. So I always harvest at 30% amber. I don't care if I got an indica or a sativa. My cannabis will not put you on a couch sleeping.
right.
And then not only
Yeah, a lot
that,
of people don't realize
and then
that
if
either,
if you've got couch weed, then you got bad genetics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something in there, but that might be good for somebody that wants to sleep.
I
But
mean,
nobody wants that.
You just said something that a lot of people don't think about either. It's when you take it down, right? So the longer you let it.
So if you
Go.
take your trichomes, yeah, people want to go, and no, I don't harvest preemie, but I watch my trichomes 30% amber. You start seeing those gold trichomes.